Staying on budget while spreading holiday cheer and gift giving is challenging with all of the high prices, inflation.
Michael is here with Capital Wealth Advisors helping us to stay on budget. I absolutely need your tips.
Okay.
Because I kind of just went in blind and did what I had to do and then was scared to look at the account after. How much money are people planning to spend, do you think, this holiday season?
You know, actually, studies are actually showing that it's really about 3% more, which is pretty minor. Historically in the past, it's been quite a bit, but I think the talk of the town right now is inflation. Everyone's feeling it. Everyone's saying gas prices are more expensive, groceries more expensive, and now we're going into the holiday season, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's harder to buy these gifts for people that we want at the Christmas season. So people really, they're not spending as much as what they've done historically.
But still, people are spending about $500 or less. That's still a lot.
It is a lot of money, and I do have some tips for you on that, on how we can actually improve that, because a lot of people are feeling a pinch with inflation.
Sure.
Okay, people are still have that list, right? And so they haven't kind of completed it still, even though we're down to the wire. So how can we help people?
Yeah, and you know, the thing is that spending money on gifts, it's nice, but who really needs the 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree? And I say that jokingly, but what I'm referring to is that doing that's expensive, and we don't have to feel like getting into the Christmas spirit is all about buying gifts. There's other things that we can do to get into the spirit, as opposed to buying that high-ticket, expensive item.
Totally, and if you can't afford it, don't put the pressure on yourself, because then that takes the joy out of it. And you still want to be able to give the gifts, and you say there are ways to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and we always taught my kids getting into the Christmas spirit is all about showing love and kindness and service, and that's, I think, first and foremost. But I would always say to make a list, take the people that you're going to buy gifts for, and kind of like how we don't want to walk around the grocery store on an empty stomach. It's dangerous, not a good thing for anyone to do. Make a list of all the people that we're going to buy things for. Don't just needlessly walk around the mall thinking, oh, I'm going to get this more high-ticket item for this person, because then it really starts adding up. And then once we have that list of items, maybe think about getting a thoughtful, meaningful gift for a person, heartfelt. And what I found is that a lot of people cherish these gifts when it's something that's heartfelt, and they keep it for the rest of their lives. So as opposed to that high-ticket item that, you know, it's disposable after a year or two.
And so when you're making that list, what if you're not finding it? Would you suggest putting maybe an A or B plan? Like, oh, okay,
absolutely,
like a couple of things for each person.
Yes, absolutely. You don't have to pigeon yourself into, I'm spending this much money. The other thing, too, is I think there's I'm a big proponent of shopping local and supporting local businesses here in Utah. Lots of cool things that you can find for those heartfelt gifts. And it also supports local business owners at the same time.
This one was interesting. So if you have that person that you say they have everything, or I just don't know what they like, you say people tend to talk about the things they want more than you might think. So throughout the year, you can maybe keep a little list of notes in your phone of what people have mentioned they might like.
Absolutely. I think that's the whole thing about Christmas is sharing love with people. And again, nothing wrong with buying gifts, but we want to make sure that we're not going into debt unnecessarily for things. I don't think that any people that we care about or love would want us to unnecessarily go into debt for buying the high-ticket, expensive thing. Again, going back to that heartfelt gift, paying attention to the things that people, you know, want or need, or you just think that it would light up their world. Those are the kind of gifts we get.
Would you ever think about streamlining your list? What if you couldn't afford your entire list? Would you say, well, maybe this year I can't give maybe neighbor gifts or whatever it might be?
Absolutely. And there's other ways to show love for that Christmas spirit. Again, it's not materialism necessarily. It's okay to buy gifts, but we really want to just show love and kindness, and that's what the Christmas spirit's all about. So perhaps make a change like that, and that's completely normal and acceptable.
How soon do you think you should start looking over that budget and planning? Because sometimes it's crunch time, and then you're just at the mercy of you feel scramble.
Yeah, most of us really don't actually look at that expense plan throughout the year. We get to that stage where we're like, well, Christmas is upon us. We need to buy gifts.
December 1st, here we go.
And it becomes, oh my gosh, Christmas is right around the corner. Let's start buy. And then when you start making those impulse buys, that's where you kind of get yourself into debt. And just speaking about debt, we never really want to go into debt just for a Christmas purchase. But if you do go into debt, there's some methods to actually pay off debt. One, and these are Christmas themes. Snowball is you take the smallest item of debt that you have and you pay that debt off first, and then you move to the next smallest. And kind of like a snowball rolling down the hill, you're creating momentum.
And that gives them a mind boost, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I paid off that credit card. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, you're feeling really good about that. That's momentum, the snowball rolling down the hill. Or you could do the avalanche method, and that's take the biggest, most expensive debt that you have, maybe the highest interest rate.
Tackle that.
Take that first and just crush it.
Yeah,
Wipe it
whatever
out.
you can do that will help you mentally, emotionally, financially. These tips are fantastic. Where do we go to learn more?
We go to our website, capitalwealth.com, and we have a fantastic list on there that helps you spend money for Christmas and any other things with retirement planning or finances.
And you can have a holiday budget worksheet, so that helps break down what maybe you should be doing.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much. That was helpful.
You're welcome.
Perfect.